I am making a spoiler review for Deadpool, and that should be up soon in like the next couple days or so. But before that, it's important to pull back and focus on the important things in life, like a cartoon on the Disney Channel. Gravity Falls. Yeah, I bought the hat. It's not weird. It's not weird at all. I honestly cannot believe I'm reviewing this show. So Gravity Falls is a cartoon on Disney XD, and it's actually good. Funny thing is, I have some friends that really love this show, and I kept making fun of them for it, like, oh, that sounds so stupid. Why do you watch this Gravity Falls show? And just over the summer, I was just like, you know what? I don't want to talk crap just for the sake of talking crap. Like, I want to actually be knowledgeable about the things I'm talking crap about. So I sat down and I watched an episode, and I was just like, oh, this is good. So Gravity Falls is about a set of twins, Dipper and Mabel Pines. They live in California, but their parents have shipped them off for the summer to live with their great uncle Stan in an Oregon town called Gravity Falls. They're about 12 years old. Dipper's really inquisitive. He wants to see adventure and cool stuff happen over the summer. And Mabel's kind of going through her boy crazy phase. And the thing about Gravity Falls is that there's a lot of supernatural things that happen in the town. So they get wrapped up in a bunch of things with like gnomes and vampires and trolls and like, you know, that kind of stuff. But the show has some really good writing. It really helps to fill out the characters that are in the show. Both twins, Dipper and Mabel, they're really funny. They have really great chemistry together. I mean, you're watching it and you're like, no siblings actually act like that in real life. But I wish that siblings could act like that in real life. And they're living with their great uncle Stan, who they just combine the words great and uncle and they call him Grunkle Stan. This dude was the best. He's one of those really vulgar old guys, well, like as vulgar as you can get on Disney. Like, you know, the twins or someone else on the show, they would say something with Grunkle Stan in the room and I'd be like, oh, that'd be really funny if he said this and this and this. But they're not going to do that because that's too adult for Disney. No. He would say it. He would do it, and it was hilarious. There's one other scene where Dipper and Mabel, they're looking at the security tapes in the Mystery Shack, which is the place that they live at. Grunkle Stan stubs his toe, and he's all like, ow, great Belgian waffles. Oh, wait, there's no kids around. I can actually swear. Oh, and then it just like cuts after that. It's like little things like that really help to fill out his character. And then working at the Mystery Shack, they have two employees. There's Seuss and there's Wendy. I'm gonna talk about Wendy first because there's not a lot with Wendy. She's an older teenager. Dipper has a crush on her. She works at the Mystery Shack and she's pretty cool too. She comes from this giant like lumberjack family. The series ends with basically like them trying to prevent the apocalypse. So she goes out like Walking Dead with a crossbow and stuff. And she's pretty cool, but out of the main characters in the show, she's probably the most bland. Not to say she's a bad character. It's just like by comparison, you know? It's like, you know, Hawkeye's cool, but when you compare him to Iron Man and Captain America and the Hulk and Thor and Black Widow, he's just kind of like, you know, not as interesting. But then the other worker in the Mystery Shack, Seuss was probably my favorite character. He's this big, lovable nerd type dude that still lives at his grandma's house. He doesn't have a lot going for him in life, but he's really funny. There's some parts of it where he's kind of like the voice of the audience. Like at one point in the series, you find out something about Grunkle Stan. And then the twins are both just like, hey, Grunkle Stan, you owe us an explanation here. Like, what's going on? And then Seuss goes, and this better align with my fanfiction, dude, or I will be very upset. There's like little things like that. I'm like, that is awesome, and that's hilarious. And another funny thing about the comedy is that it really just doesn't let up. You know how in a lot of comedies there's those reaction beats after the joke? Like they say something like, hey, fart. But if the joke doesn't land, then it's not funny. But in this show, they don't really have those reaction beats. The reaction beats are like a split second. It's literally like, hey, joke. Oh, here's another joke. So even if the initial joke doesn't hit, the joke after that usually has me laughing. And the show only ran for 2 seasons. Their creator, Alex Hirsch, he designed it to be like that because it's only set over one summer and he wanted it to just be like a, you know, a reasonable amount for summer. So 40 episodes, there's about 40 days in summer, 50 give or take. And while the first season kind of follows that freak of the week format, you know, Dipper and Mabel, they go out on their adventure, they find a cool creature. Dipper writes about it in this journal that he found. Near the end of that season, and really all of season 2, you start to see that there is an overarching story weaving all the episodes together. It's kind of got like a coming of age tale to it though. Like at the very end, you know, the summer's wrapping up, they have to leave Gravity Falls, and then Mabel's starting to realize, oh, the summer was awesome, but it can't last forever. We're gonna grow up, we're gonna separate probably. Her and Dipper can end up in completely different places in their lives. And it's kind of got like that Toy Story feel to it. Like, yeah, we're gonna grow up and yeah, it might suck, but it's just a part of life and it's something that we're gonna go through together. And then I was just like, oh man, Gravity Falls, you're actually a good show. You don't just rely on fart jokes. You you're something more. And there's other people that kind of fill in the town, like Toby Determined, Old Man McGucket, Lazy Susan. Most of them just have like, one shtick that they do, but they're sprinkled throughout the show enough to where that their one thing doesn't really get old for you. And the two main villains in the show, there's Gideon, his little like child sidekick. He's really funny. He's not quite as menacing as I think they wanted him to be. But then they also have Bill Cipher, and Bill Cipher is like this weird Illuminati triangle demon thing. He looks like a nacho chip. When you first see him, you're like, oh, there's no way I'm gonna be able to take this guy seriously. But a combination of the voice acting and just the writing of the show made him kind of intimidating. I mean, I'm not going to be sleeping with a nightlight because of him or anything like that, but he's a good villain. I was like, oh, he's actually a threat. The show wrapped up on Monday. That's kind of why I'm talking about it. And the finale, I swear to you, it's like, it's parts Pacific Rim, it's parts Toy Story. Yeah, I didn't think I'd ever combine Pacific Rim and Toy Story, but here we are. Mixed in with its own bit of Gravity Falls awesomeness. And now we have a full and complete, concise show that didn't overstay its welcome. Honestly, Gravity Falls is the best cartoon I've seen on TV since Avatar. Even if you're like, dude, I'm too old for cartoons, I'm not gonna enjoy the show, it looks stupid, just give it an episode or two. I promise you'll probably end up liking it. But if you like Gravity Falls, then comment down below and tell me who your favorite character was in the show. If I'm giving you a top 3, Seuss, Old Man McGucket, Grunkle Stan. And if you're interested in checking out more of my videos, click the subscribe button. I'll catch you guys next time.